Hello and welcome everyone to our Fall 2020 Marketing 250 class. My name is Brother Luke. I'm your instructor this semester and I am incredibly excited to start another course with you. I have had the privilege of teaching this course since 2015, so I know and love the content, and it is a very, very exciting thing to me to watch businesses develop every semester, start to finish. I really think you'll enjoy this course. It will, I hope, challenge you in new ways, bring new skill sets, and give you some real-world experience in your college education. This video is just to walk through the syllabus. I will be posting a screencast like this every week for the upcoming week. It will walk you through the basics. I try and find the right balance between not making these screencasts too long and yet still making them valuable and giving you essential information. I get feedback each semester and I try my best to respond to that about, we need a little bit more in-depth content in these screencasts, or the screencasts are too long so we're not watching them. So I will do my best to strike the right balance between those two. You'll see I'm here. If you're familiar with Canvas, this probably won't apply to you. If you are new to Canvas, this is your home page. Here's the announcement section, and so this is where I will post the screencast each week along with some other thoughts, typically gospel-focused thoughts about the course, trying to apply what we're learning with a gospel focus. I try and pull from Come Follow Me to make our include what we're all studying together as a church. I think there's a lot of application to real world principles from there. So you'll see a lot of announcements coming here. This is my principal means of communication with the class. And then I'm going to go over here to modules. I think most classes run out of this module section, but this is where all the screencasts will be from, is this modules area. So I'm going to click on that, and then I'm going to move this back over so you can see. Here's what you will see in the course. You got course disclaimers, a quiz to kind of get you familiar with our course disclaimers, important announcements, and then you'll see week 1 down here, and we'll take a look at excuse me, at week 1 separately. But I just want to make sure you kind of get a general feel for the course and the modules here. As I mentioned, what I'd like to do on this video is to go through the syllabus. And so what we will do is take, excuse me, I'm trying to move this screen over here. I'm in the modules tab. I'm going to go up to the syllabus tab above it. And I'm not going to read you the syllabus. I trust you are all competent in going through the syllabus generally, and since there's a quiz and assignment on it, you'll need to know the syllabus well. I'm going to highlight some key parts of this that I just anecdotally I've seen throughout the semesters are important to note. First, we'll go through here required materials. There is no textbook for this course. Online business is so dynamic. It's one of the things I love about it, is that it changes so much. It really is cutting edge business development, and so textbooks I think would require numerous updates every semester. So instead we have a lot of links built in to take you to contemporary articles, up-to-date information from reliable sources built in throughout the class, and then course administrators can go through and update that every semester. So there is no textbook. However, there will be funds expended in other ways, and so the money you save from that textbook, please do save it, because we will use it later on this semester. 1, for hosting a website, purchasing a domain name and website space, and then 2, to launch an AdWords campaign. So please make sure there are funds set aside for that later on in the semester. The course structure, I point this out because you may look through this and see topics that are overwhelming to you, or some that you may not be familiar with. You'll notice the wide variety on here. We're going to hit website building, legal structure, marketing, return on investment, search engine optimization. This is a very broad course, but each of these subjects is designed to take you from a beginning level or an unfamiliar level with these topics and take you to the level of a functioning business owner. And so that's the design of the course. If you're unfamiliar with all of these, it may take a little bit more time to get familiar with them and to get up to speed, but the course is built to help you with that. So don't feel overwhelmed if you're unfamiliar with these topics here. Most students are unfamiliar with the majority of the course content. This pattern is important, the due date patterns. You'll fall into this pretty quick. And week 1 doesn't follow this, but we start with week 2. The idea is you'll have 2 topics each week, and we'll have a similar pattern set out for each of those topics. So early in the week, I post an announcement to walk you through the week, and you'll do your first, we call it a prepare activity. It's basically your topic 1 assignment. And then we'll have a discussion board, and you'll need to do your initial post on that discussion board early in the week. By midweek, you'll need to respond to classmates on that first discussion board post. You'll have your second topic assignment, and then you'll do a second discussion board post in the exact same format. You do an initial post that's due midweek, and by the end of the week, you need to respond to your classmates. There is a weekly reflection that is due every week. And so really weeks 2 through 13 follow this format. I think week 8 only has 1 topic, and so that kind of gives us a break mid-semester. But besides that, you'll fall into this rhythm pretty quickly. It is broken up a little bit by these project due dates. There are 6 projects throughout the course, and they are scattered at various times throughout the course. And so you'll need to keep an eye on these. We'll start into the projects, and they'll last for 2 or 3 weeks. So for instance, project 1, we start in week 2, and it is due in week 4. Just note on these projects, project 1 and project 2 are very time intensive. They do require a lot of attention, a lot of effort. Projects 3 through 6, not quite as much. They'll vary a little bit, but they're not quite as intense as project 1 and 2. So I strongly encourage you to start these early and make sure you have the time set aside for them because project 3 through 6 won't be quite as involved, but certainly project 1 and 2 are challenging. You'll see the grading scale, the point distributions. Note that discussion boards are numerous throughout the course, and so it's easy to disregard them at times or not fulfill them completely. I encourage you not to do that, as they make up 23% of your grade, and what you put into discussion boards is what you'll get out. I'm aware that there are numerous discussion boards, and there are varying opinions on student experience. We'll do our best to make sure those are good experiences on the discussion boards. They're very much student driven, as I mentioned on my introductory email, but those discussion boards are important to your grade. Late work, please note that 1 second due or 2 days due is looked at as the same. It is marked down by 20%. And late work is only accepted up to 1 week late. So it's just an automatic markdown by 20% if it's 1 minute past the due date or if it's a few days past the due date, up to 1 week. If you have a medical or family emergency, please let me know, and I'd be happy to chat with you about exceptions for that. And that'll be about it. Participation deals with discussion boards. We'll get more into that as I post these weekly announcements on discussion boards. But in essence, your initial post needs to be substantive. It needs to be significant, and it details what significant is. And then you need to respond to at least 2 of your classmates later on in the week before the due date. So that's it. There's a lot more content here in the syllabus. I invite you to look through it. Again, I will not review it in this specific screencast, but happy to answer questions that arise from this material. So thanks for taking time to walk through the syllabus. I will post a separate video about week 1, and from there we'll jump into the course week to week. Thanks, everybody.